This is DOM IX10. It's yet another from the DOM IX line of locks. Here you can see the key. You see it has got 2 rows of key pins. Each stack has 5 pins. Plus there is a row of passive pins on the top, and there's also a row on the side that is not used in this lock. Also, this lock contains so-called shark fin key pins, which are quite nasty when you try to pick them with flags, so I'm picking them with hooks. And for this lock I have this special so-called panic key, where you can see the cuts in the key are prolonged, so this key works even if it's not completely inserted into the lock. This, in conjunction with a special spring-loaded cam, which is here, it allows the lock to be opened from the outside even when there's a key on the other side and it's turned. So you just insert this special key into the lock, turn the core where it matches the angle of the other side, then the key goes fully in, and now both parts are turning in unison, allowing you to open the lock from the outside. So let's take a look how the picking works. So pin 1 is springy, 2 needed a small touch, 3 is springy, 4 is springy, and 5 is springy. So 1 needed a push, 2 needed a push, 3 is springy, 4 is springy, 5 is binding. Okay, I was off. 1 needed a touch, 2 needed a touch, 3 is springy, 4 is springy. Okay, 5 is binding. I guess I'm not able to reach fully down, so I need to use a deeper hook. 3, 4. Come on. I have trouble reaching the pin 5 from this angle. Okay, got it. So let's switch back. 1 needed a touch, 2 needed a touch, 3 is springy, 4 is springy. I can't reach 5, so 1 needed a small touch. Yeah. So 1 springy, 2 is springy, 3 is springy, 4 is springy, and come on. 5, nice click. 1 is springy, 2 needed a touch. Wow, this is too deep for pin number 3. Come on, 1, 2. Okay, 3 was binding. Got him a bit deeper down. 1 is springy, 2 is springy. 3 again needed a touch. 1 springy, 2 springy, 3 needed touch. Got 4 a bit deeper. 1 is springy, 2 is springy, 3 is springy. Small click out of 4. Nice click out of 5. 1 is springy, 2 is springy, 3 needed a small touch. Nice click out of 4. Touched 5 and got a small core rotation. So the right side should be picked, mostly. 1 needed a touch, 2 needed a touch, 3 needed a touch. Same goes for 4. And click out of 5. 1 needed a touch, 2 is springy, 3 needed a touch, 4 is springy. 5 feels a bit strange, we'll see. 1 is springy, 2 is springy, 3 is springy. 4 doesn't feel like it wants to move. Okay, click out of 5. 1 is springy, 2 needed a touch, and I felt a small core rotation, so we will check on the other side. Yes, touched 2 and got another core rotation. I have to switch for a deeper hook. 1, 2, 3, 4. No, 4 seems to be okay. 5 seems okay. 1 is springy. 2 needs a touch, and we are open. So, as you could see, this lock is somewhat similar to Dome System D in its tapered feel. Now let's take a peek. How does it look inside? Now the most dreaded part for me is to try and get off this clip. Come on. Oh, it was easier than I hoped for, but I'm not complaining. Now, let me see. Yeah, probably will go this way. So, let's not mess up. Here's okay, perfect. So there's a plastic cover of the side of the lock. Then there's a ball bearing in the first chamber on the side. That's probably anti-drill protection of some sort. Then there's a passive pin in the chamber 4. Okay, anyway, let's dump the key pins first. So, 1, 2, maybe you can see some, well, it's not as visible as I'd hope for. There are key pins with a anti-drill insert. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, that's 9, and the 10th will go below. So let's take a look at the core. Again, these chambers are teardrop shaped, so the pins can't rotate. That's because the pins are not on the axis of the core, so they actually have angled bottom. As you can see here. This is the side where's the plastic cover. There's the top row of passive pins, and the side probably can contain also passive pins, plus in the first chamber there was the anti-drill ball bearing. Here you can see also anti-drill element in the almost middle. And the wording is pretty minimal, but unlike the DOM SR, it didn't have that nice cutout in the middle that would allow easier insertion of the hook. So now let's go for the drivers. It's number 1, 2. What's nice, these DOM locks don't use all that long springs, so it's much easier to get the pins in and keep them inside than, for example, in fob locks, where the springs are so long that they are actually protruding out of the chamber itself. Last 2 pins. Okay, the last one jumped out like this. The springs don't seem to want to cooperate, so let's help them out. Come on. half of them is out. Four more springs to go. I will get them out eventually. Okay, one more. This one just don't want to come out for some reason. Okay, got it. Interestingly enough, it's not mangled. One more spring is missing. I think I got it. Come on. It's just bad luck. Okay. It's out. As you can see, this lock was most probably lubricated with graphite. So we've got one passive pin groove, second and third, but only one of them is actually used in this lock. This one can be potentially used, this cannot, because there's the plastic cover on the side of the core, yeah. And yeah, again, chambers are tear-shaped, but you can't see that all that much. So now let me arrange the close-up. Come on. So as you can see, most of the pins are just standards, with the exceptions of pins number 3, 4, and I think, yeah, that's it. These do have the T-pin top, so that was the reason why I have to switch back to the right side after the left was picked. Also, some of the key pins do have the, let's say, the torpedo button, so they can catch when picked not carefully enough. And yeah, the shark fins are nicely visible. Here's the detail of the core. The wording is just decent one, not all that bad. Here's the bitting of the panic key. As you can see, the oval-shaped cuts that allow the key to work even when not fully inserted into the lock. And here you can see the normal bitting. So yeah, that was the DOM AX. Thank you for watching, have a nice day and goodbye.